Look, I don't know how I got in here, but well, hey, it's your boy Major. You Mr. Man on the NFT front, and apparently, when you get that information and you're like, damn, I wish I was there, and then they say, be careful where you wish, what you wish for, because you just might get it. Yeah, that's how they say it. Well, here I am, inside a nuclear reactor, all right? One of those new ones that they're building, that they are looking to, one, save the world, as you know. Thank you, Industrial Revolution. And just at the end of the day, things are getting hotter. Mainly because, one, I live in Puerto Rico. We just had a hurricane. These hurricanes are fierce. These storm surges are fierce. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to tell you to deny climate or not. I'm not trying to sit here and talk about, I don't believe anything that's going on. But at the end of the day, what we do know is that something is happening and that the whole world is moving around and trying to solve this. How are they trying to solve this? One big way is carbon credits. Another way, try to turn things like coal industry or natural gas or fossil fuel industry into something that's clean. Now, before I came into this nuclear facility here, I was in Houston, hanging out with a bunch of energy guys. And, a couple of cool things happen when you're hanging around them. One, they take you out for a good time. But two, they start drinking and they start talking. And they started talking about a couple of interesting things. One, on mainly that the energy industry as we know it is going to evolve, but it's not going to go anywhere. When we talk about oil, when we talk about fossil fuels, and I know many people out there that are super gung-ho with changing the way that the world is ran. And I am too, but I'm also someone that utilizes the tools that they're given. And even though I'm off in the future somewhere, the tools that you guys have now, I'm trying to come back and put people on. Especially when I get some dope alpha. I'm always trying to come back and just drop some jewels for everyone, because when I get information, it's always about how can I utilize it to make everything, I shouldn't say better, but one, make me and my people better off. So that means, does it make us money? Does it get us influence? Does it get me power? Does it get me healthier? Does it get me wiser? Those type of things are very important. Now, when I got this bit of information from these guys, it was like, wait, what? Hell no. How are they gonna do that? Stuff I wasn't even privy to. But again, they've been in the oil industry and energy and gas for over 30 years. So they know what they're talking about. And it's about really building legacy for them too. So they don't want something to come in that they're not getting in on. It's sort of like the financial industry that now they're all into Bitcoin. When for the last, 10 years, they was trying to kill it. But now everybody's in Bitcoin. Did you hear that? Did you hear that Walmart is taking cryptocurrency now? It's happening, folks. The digitization of the world is happening. The pixelization of the world is happening. All of this space that you think is just, loose space. It's the digitization of the world. I'm in a freaking nuclear reactor. I told them I wanted to go see a mine. Now they got me in a reaction. But regardless of which, nuclear energy has been something that most people either they understand or they don't understand. And I'm not even going front right here. Hold on, I took some notes. All right, so nuclear energy is either something that they understand or don't understand. When it comes to energy, there's a couple of big energy deposits. The United States has a huge one, Russia has a huge one, Saudi has a huge one, Africa obviously has a huge one. But the thing is about that is that it's a dirty game. It's a dirty job. They've made a lot of money for people, but the thing is that they have their foothold on many industries that don't need to. Shout out to all my hemp farmers out there. But when you talk about energy, and with especially the options for energy, right? So we've always known oil and gas and whatnot, but right now we on something different, folks, because from what I've heard, this right here, it's a shoo-in. And it's not even like, and do your own research, obviously. But at the end of the day, this isn't really about investment advice. This is about how to future-proof yourself and how to position yourself and how to look at the future based off of some insider information. Hey man, look, this is all speculative. This is all big homie finance type of stuff. So definitely do your deed, but I'm just gonna give you some information here, okay? So a couple of things. Now listen to me on this. Uranium guide. Okay, you heard me. Uranium guide. Now, uranium it's an essential piece. So it's nuclear reactive, right? So uranium creates quite a bit of energy, and it has been utilized for many years. So now, uranium, they trade it. So uranium is something that can power many things, and I'll get you, and I'll answer a couple of questions or that you probably have, like, what the hell? So, uses for uranium, okay? Nuclear fuel, there we go. Uranium fuel used in nuclear reactors, like the one that I'm sitting in right here, is enriched with uranium-235, a naturally occurring fissionable fuel. Fission, not fusion. Fission. Coming together, going apart. Which one? Okay. Fission is going apart or coming together. One of the two. But fission. All right. This produces a chain reaction that generates heat that we can then use to create steam for turbines. The saddest thing about all of this, whether we're talking about fossil fuel, whether we're talking about natural gas, whether we're talking about helium, whether we're talking about water, whether we're talking about uranium, all we are talking about is heating things up and cooling things down and catching steam. That's it. No matter what. Like, I'm reading this and I'm like, really? So all we're doing is just bringing a piece of metal that can bring up a whole bunch of heat, and then we just cool down so the steam can power a turbine. That's it. Wow. So uranium is also used to power nuclear submarines. All right, so for all of you out there who want to, who have investment in the military-industrial complex, right? And we're talking about one of the places that is not even really explored as much as they're exploring the stars is the ocean. So, I mean, if we had uranium, we could probably build some more submarines so we can explore more of the ocean floor, maybe, that would be interesting. Then you got the depleted uranium applications. What does that mean? Depleted uranium contains much less uranium than natural uranium. Depleted uranium is less radioactive than regular uranium and is used in several applications. Okay, to counterbalance the ship and aircraft and put in armor and ammunition. Wow. Okay, so how is uranium produced? I mean, I didn't even realize I was going to give y'all a one-on-one about uranium. I was just going to talk about like just the awesomeness about what we're doing with uranium, but we're coming to that. All right. Many natural minerals contain uranium. I didn't know that. I didn't know that many natural Okay, so many natural minerals include uranium, have uranium in them. One is called pitchblende, uraninite, carinite, autunite, uranophane, and turbinite. Phosphate rocks, lignite, and monazite sands also contains monazite sands. Wow, this is so interesting. This is something else. So uranium extraction. So there's some open pits where they extract uranium. They do some underground mining, as well as like look, this is getting serious. You're gonna have to, all right, hold up. Okay, so what they're saying here is uranium is one of, all right, uranium is one of the most very rare. It's not as it's a rare mineral. It's a powerful mineral. It's a finite mineral. It's an asset. It's a commodity. It's traded on a couple of not even like a market. It's more like a trade exchange, right? So it's in a trust. So the thing is right now, what we're moving into, and let's just fast forward because I need to get out of this friggin' place. I'm tired. But no, the thing is, why I'm really talking about this. Now, I'm not a geologist. I'm not a science, energologist or whatever they call those folks. What I'm trying to say, what I am is a freedom strategist. What I am is a futurist and a hustler and somebody who understands information. I'm a suppository of information. And having all of this information allows me to really kind of pontificate on a thesis of everything in the physical space has to be digitized, right? That's one. Remember that. So what am I talking about this here? Well, because uranium is one of the things that are going to be digitized. All right? Uranium are going to be used to back digital assets. So you are going to have digital assets that are attached to something physical, to a commodity, to something tradable, to something expendable, to something that can last for many years, like what? Like nuclear waste. Look, what we're talking about is the oil may get tapped before all of the nuclear material. The carbon credits that everyone is trying to get to offset carbon emissions for all of these corporations that have to pay the taxes, I feel that using uranium and nuclear energy helps with a lot of that carbon credit. So there are quite a few interesting things happening in the world of NFTs and the world of asset-backed tokens. And this is what me and you need to have a long conversation about, because I have a good source, and actually it's even a better source. So there's folks out there who are trading uranium, all right? A couple of them you already know: eToro, Robinhood, Lux Finance. All of them are in the uranium game. Some are trading it just as uranium futures and assets. Some are letting you buy them and getting involved as crypto, as NFTs. How about that? Uranium-backed NFTs by Lux. What's up with that? Where did you find that at? Where are you gonna get some of that at, huh? Where are you gonna get some of that at other than right here? And if you wanna understand really where this thing is going, because remember, this is all that inside the ball. Remember, all of this is brand new stuff, right? So a lot of things that haven't been done are getting done. People are regulating, and this is why the big investment banks and the big VCs are starting to move toward this place. They don't want you to get in on this as a normie, as somebody on the outside. That's why I'm here to talk to you about this. When I hear something new that makes sense, then I go do my research. And I just showed you a little bit of the research one does. You have things that work in the real world, you have wisdom, and then you go and you find a couple of supporting documents to help make sense to all of this. That's what I'm talking about. I'm here to help you make sense to all of that. And look, at the end of the day, the people who are in my inner circle, the people who get to kind of really be around me and get all of this alpha, get it. They're in. I get discounts, I pass it on. But at the end of the day, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense to any of you if you're not prepared to take advantage of this. Like, I'm already in a friggin' nuclear reactor, so I know where this thing is going. But the reason that I'm here and I'm trying to let you know and talk to you about uranium is that at this stage, y'all, if you're not on the inside, you have been on the outside. I am your chance to get on the inside and make up for all. Well, look, I'm not going to promise that you're going to make up for anything. I'm not going to say that at all. But what I'm going to say is this, is if you pay attention long enough, and if you do the right thing, you will be able to leave your family something that they can be very proud of. Whether it's carbon credits, whether it's pieces of uranium, or whether it's old friggin', old technology getting revamped. At the point, was what I'm trying to say is that if you ain't trying to make a difference in your whole timeline, in your whole hero story, then I don't even know. Because I don't know about you, but where I come from, ain't nobody saying that they did anything with uranium. And hey, look, where I come from, the future, we're doing something with uranium. So that's why I'm back here, to let you know what's going on. So check it out, y'all. Click the link down below. Thanks for letting me chop it up in here, because it's starting to get really cold. Plus, I have left, you know what? I love homegirl at the bar up front, so I'm gonna get myself out of this place, and I will see you really soon. As a matter of fact, click down below, because I feel I'm gonna need to do a little more education on this. So we're probably gonna do some type of seminar to talk to you about carbon credits, digital assets, and NFTs. Okay? Asset-backed NFTs. Not like the stuff they had last year. This stuff right here is things that you can depend on. But again, not financial information, not financial whatever they want to call it. Do your own damn research. But at the end of the day, I'm just telling you about where the future is going to be. Can't tell you about the financial aspect of it, but I can tell you that the future is going to be clean, green, and lean. Now let me out of here. Fuck.